Hello, today for review I've got FiiO Bluetooth IEMs model FB1. They announced it a few months ago and they hit the market also about a month ago, so I'm a bit late with this review, but I think it's better be late than never. Actually, they are pretty interesting technically because they are using the most recent Qualcomm chip and they offer the aptX codec and they have AAC codecs. And their price is just $40, so let's have a closer look now. Package is the simplest in this case, so here is specification: Dynamics 13mm driver, Bluetooth 4.1, all listed codecs, playtime about 8 hours and it's close to truth, and charging time is less than 2 hours. It's also realistic figures, I've done measurements, so those are pretty accurate. Maybe a bit less, but not much. Inside you will have these earbuds themselves in the case. Let me pull it out. Also this cardboard thing with here you will have tips, charging cable and manual with warranty cards. So let's see, set of tips. Lot of different silicon, so as with FiiO FB1 that I have recently reviewed, you will also have these tips with ear hooks to provide better fit. So here they are themselves. So as you can see, this part is replaceable. You can get bigger ears or smaller or no ear at all, so to get the most accurate fit for you. Speaking about build quality and design, probably it's not the fanciest in-ear monitors or not the fanciest earphones in the world. I read some complaints about plastic quality and other stuff, but actually I didn't find any issues. You know, for $40 they are pretty acceptable. Of course, shape of these earpieces themselves are a bit unusual. So as you can see, this spout that goes inside ears is angled, and here is the part with driver itself, I think, and this outer part, I don't know, maybe battery is placed here or some amplification, or I don't know what is its purpose, but anyway they are sticking out from your ears a little bit. They probably not looking really great, but I don't think that it's a big issue because they are providing really good fit and pretty normal sound isolation, because they have long spouts with lip to hold the tips, and actually so fit and sound isolation is normal, at least for me, because we all have different ears. Actually these rubber things are easy to replace and I like that. And actually I like this subject, of course it's subjectively, but I like this design. I like this glossy white plastic. It's pretty normal and it reminds me old classical Apple models. I think FiiO sometimes looks inspiration in Apple models. Of course, as usual in not expensive Bluetooth earphones, they are connected with wire to transmit the signal from left side to right side. So you will have to hold this cable on the back of your neck. There is slider you can use to adjust the length. So for example, this way you can apply it and then when find proper length that will suit you. Here is tall control with microphone and 3 buttons. Also it's used for charging. Well, everything is traditional here, so you open it and use for charging, so nothing fancy. Microphone is a bit above average in quality, so you better move this part to your mouse when you're speaking, but anyway, it's okay in transmitting signals. Two buttons for the navigation. This is play pause, it's used to turn on and off. Here is LED indicator, so you know it's regular Bluetooth earphones, nothing super fancy, but everything is done pretty normally, so nothing exceptional, but nothing bad, at least for me. Two small features that I like about FB1. First one is the ability to pair with two different devices and quickly switch between them. It's common, but I like it when it's present. And second one is the possibility to show the battery status in iOS status bar and power widget. It's a more rare feature that I really like. But anyway, more important is the quality of transmission. I read some complaints over the internet about dropouts, but actually I've got zero. I've used M7 as a source, and also I used iPhone 6 Plus as a source. With both I've got about 8 or 9 meters of range with some with some thin wall between the source and this IEMs, and also I've got zero issues with wearing them and listening to music when the device is in the pocket. Maybe it depends on the quality of transmitter, maybe it depends on the amount of electromagnetic EM frequency noise around you. Maybe in some modern city, big city, when there are a lot of sources of EM hum around you, probably quality could be worse, I don't know, but for me I got no dropouts. As for sound quality, you know, they are tuned for mass audience sound. They are using 13mm big dynamic drivers, and FiiO tried to get the most of these drivers to get a lot of bass. Actually, it's not super loud, but it's definitely accented. It's not super fast, but with normal resolution. You know, it's pretty bass heavy model for those who like added amounts of bass. It's normal in terms of resolution, in terms of texturing. It's not super deep, but it's common. Not really deep bass is common for the Bluetooth headphones. I think it's some limitation of Bluetooth protocol. So it's not super deep, but it sounds normal, pretty resolving, not too much, not too less, so normal. Mids are also represented in a bit smooth way. They are not going deep into micro details, and on the upper mids present some kind of resonance, probably from these plastic bodies of these IEMs. It's not a big issue, but it's definitely present, so probably a bit damping would be nice. Treble is recessed to provide the comfortable sound. It's not super detailed, but it has normal resolution. But anyway, it's not fatiguing, not super harsh, and it's at least present, so to balance lows a little bit. So to summarize, it's not the audiophilic model, it's model for the mass market, for the mass user, how to call it, for regular user, for not audiophile. They are good with electronic music, with pop music, with not super heavy genres of rock and metal. So it's for not super complex genres and styles. Probably I think FiiO will release another models, more expensive and with better tuning, but still as a first attempt, and as a $40 model, it's still pretty normal. And if you want more sound quality, probably FiiO's BTR1 and BTR3 that is recently released would be a better option for you with some wired headphones to use them. But anyway, for some use them during some sport, jogging, walking, during commuting, it's a really normal model. Maybe there are some other models in this price range that will be better, but I didn't heard a lot of models, so I can't compare there. But anyway, I like them and I use them from time to time. Of course, it's not even close to some wired models, but for wireless it's pretty acceptable. Thank you for attention.